Ma'am Peach, in 3 minutes, we can start.
Okay, sir.
Good afternoon po. Ma'am Peach, okay na ba i-post yung attendance na yung sinabi ni Ma'am Santillan?
Yes po.
Yehey, salamat.
Sir Pao?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po. Yung attendance po from ano po para sa webinar,
Yes.
ayun po. Nag-usap
Sige
na
lang.
po kayo ni Ma'am Sandy.
Basta-
Okay po.
Basta let's be clear na dalawang forms yan for the attendance and then for the evaluation form.
Okay po. Thank you po.
Salamat, Sir Pao.
Huwag mo itutulak yung pintuan eh. Mag-bis ka na. Ilabas nyo na si Jairo, tapos ilak na yung pinto. Okay, mag-bis ka na.
Afternoon.
Ilak mo na yan. Halika dito, ano mo to? Di ba naririnig yung ingay niyan?
Best afternoon. My dear students, parents, guardians, our barangay officials, our beloved teachers, principal and other stakeholders. Welcome to our Oplan Balik Eskwela webinar series day 1 with the topic Family Resiliency. It is my pleasure to be your moderator in today's webinar. I am Peaches Julian, your ESP and guidance teacher of Bangkal High School. On behalf of our department, I would like to extend our very warm welcome to all of you. So we would like to invite everyone to focus as our technical team played a nationalistic song to be followed by doxology. Yes, Sir Pao, the AVP, please.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon po.
Yes po, good afternoon. For our doxology, Sir Pao.
Good afternoon po.
Ama namin, pakinggan mo po ang pagtawag namin sa iyong banal na pangalan. Basbasan mo po ang aming pagtitipon at kami kaluguran mo sa araw na ito. Pagyamanin mo po, Panginoon, at maging nakaayon sa iyong kalooban ang aming pagkikita-kita mula sa simula hanggang katapusan. Masalamin nawa namin ang layunin mong dakila sa aming buhay at may sagawa namin ngayon ang aming mga gawain na may kabutihan at pag-ibig sa aming kapwa. Kami po'y naninikluhod sa iyong harapan na kami iyong patnubayan at iwaksi sa aming kaisipan ang anumang masasamang kaisipan, inggit at pakikipag-alit sa aming mga kasama. Bigyan mo kami ng sapat na lakas at katalinuhan upang maibahagi naman namin ang aming makakaya sa aming mga kasama sa pagtitipon na ito. Panalangin namin ang lahat ng ito sa pangalan ng iyong bugtong na anak na si Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Sir Pao, for playing our song and prayer. So once again, best afternoon to all of you. We appreciate you taking time off your busy schedule to virtually join us. And I hope you will learn a lot today because we lined up for you a fruitful and engaging program. So before we start, I have a few housekeeping notes to make. So let us watch the webinar rules together. Thank you, Sir Pao. So to begin, we are pleased to have us join. Let me call Sir Paulo Carvajal for our welcome remarks. Sir Pao?
Okay, good afternoon to everyone. Magandang hapon po sa lahat ng ating mga bisita at mga katuwang sa pagbibigay ng makabuluhang edukasyon sa ating mga minamahal na mga mag-aaral. Lalong-lalo na po sa ating mahal na punong guro, Mr. Lev Albert C. Dacanay, sa ating mga puno ng pamayanan, Kapitan Mario V. Montañez, sa kagawad in charge ng ating edukasyon, kagawad Tricia Eusebio, sa lahat po ng mga kasama nating guro, mga mag-aaral, mga magulang, at syempre sa ating panauhing pandangal sa hapon na ito, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Katulad po nung sinabi ko kanina, gamitin po natin ang mga pagkakataong na ito upang tayo ay matuto, patuloy na matuto, hindi para lamang sa ating mga sarili, higit sa lahat para sa ating mga minamahal na mga anak at mag-aaral. Mga magulang, sana po kayo ang maging gabay ng ating mga anak sa mabuting landas upang patuloy silang sila ay maging mabuting mamamayan, hindi lamang ng ating bansa, kundi higit sa lahat pamamayan ng pamilya ng Diyos, bayan ng Diyos. So sana po ay mayroon po tayong mapulot sa ating maririnig sa hapon na ito, at kung ano man po yung ating mapupulot na mga aral at mga magbubuting prinsipyo ay atin sanang gawin sa ating mga pamilya upang maging matatag ito, dahil ang matatag na pamilya ay nagbubunga ng matatag na pamayanan at bansa. Marami pong salamat. Kayo ay maraming salamat sa inyong pagdalo. Sana po ay samahan niyo po kami sa mga susunod pang oras, lalong-lalo na sa pagsisimulang ng ating webinar. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Sir Pao, for the welcome remarks. So, this COVID-19 pandemic has really changed everything around the world. So from our basic routinary way of living to celebration of big events has suddenly shifted to a new normal. So we are very blessed to have our speaker, and this task of introducing our guest of honor and learning facilitator is a great privilege for me. So actually, coupled with an impressive background, she is a certified image and etiquette consultant, a founder of RLDD Manners and Mindfulness Training Center, content creator and host of Buhay Parang Life. It is a weekly podcast under Faith Watch, and a graduate of AB Psychology at De La Salle University. And during 2017, trained to conduct Manners to Go program, certified by the American Academy of Etiquette. 2016, trained to become a corporate etiquette consultant, Protocol School of Palm Beach, Florida. Image Mastery Training, International Image Institute in Toronto, Canada. Actually, there are tons of online programs conducted not only here in the Philippines but worldwide. So without further ado, my BHS family, parents, students, and other stakeholders, let us all welcome Ms. Rita Linda Bison Dairit. Best afternoon, Ma'am Rita.
Oo nga, bakit ayaw umanda? Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Pitches, for that introduction. Thank you, Paulo, for doing the opening remarks this afternoon. I am happy to be here. I want to give my good afternoon greetings to all the students, parents, faculty members present here today, to the school administrators, and of course to Barangay Bangkal. Parang nandito yata ang kanilang kapitan at mga kagawad. Maraming salamat po. Thank you for being here. I would like to start now. Can you give me sharing rights so I can share my screen?
Yes,
Parang
ma'am.
meron na.
Yes po.
Thank you so much. All right. I entitled my talk, Buhay Bahay. Buhay Bahay. Kasi nga, di ba, almost all of us are at home. I am doing this program from home. Many of you are listening from your own home. So this is my family. Kulang po iyan. I have 5 children. My eldest is in the US. 2 are married. So this is number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. This is my daughter-in-law, and these are their 2 children, and of course my husband of 40 years. So I would like to ask you, buhay bahay, lahat tayo nasa bahay. Let me ask you this, and I want answers in the chat box. This is a very interactive workshop. I want to hear from you also. Hindi pwedeng ako lang po for 2 hours ang magsasalita dito. I want to hear from you either from the chat box, or you may, if you have something to say or something to ask, you can just unmute yourself, raise your hand. Now I have a question for you. Being home-based because of the pandemic, kumusta ba ang inyong buhay bahay? Is it fun or is it challenging? Answers now, fun or challenging? Okay, let us see your replies. Maybe challenging, fun? Oh, thank you, Carol. Challenging. What else? Come on, challenging. Challenging, both, yeah. Challenging, but a little fun, yeah, right. Thank you. Anybody else? Or does anyone has a different answer aside from fun and challenging? Let me see that. Both challenging, okay. Maybe have another adjective for what is fun. Oh, both, very good. Thank you. All right. So yes, correct. It is both fun. We do not need to weather the traffic. We do not need to go under the sun or manage walking the streets with under the rain, storm. We do not have to commute or drive to work. It can be fun, but yes, as a lot of you said, it can be challenging. We all love our families, but to be with them 24/7 is a different matter altogether. So that is why this webinar on family resiliency, as Sir Paulo said earlier, family is the basic unit of society. A healthy family, ano ba yung sinabi mo in Tagalog eh? Ang mabuting pamilya nagiging mabuting pamayanan. Kapag maayos ang buhay pamilya, nagiging maayos ang buhay pamayanan. I think the barangay people would agree with me here, no? Sir, nandito yata ang barangay captain or kagawad? Hindi po ba? Kapag maayos ang pamilya, mas konti ang problema sa barangay. Mas konti ang complaints. Ano ba yung tawag doon? Di ba may mga complaints sa barangay? Sir, ma'am, sino ba yung nanditong nasa barangay?
Asunto.
Ano po?
Asunto.
Asunto. Ano yung asunto? Yung tawag doon.
Oh.
Oo, di ba? My husband was kagawad for 3 terms. Di ba meron kayong mga tao, you have people who listen to the complaints of other people, no? So the more peaceful, the happier families are, the less challenging for the barangay kasi magiging maayos ang pamayanan. And that could translate also to the bigger society. If the family is okay, then society is better. The world becomes a better place to live in. All right. So the title is Resiliency. Family resiliency in time of COVID. So para sure tayo sa pinag-uusapan natin, let us have a definition of terms. What exactly is resiliency? Can anyone tell me ano ba ang resiliency? Anybody? Tagalog ng resiliency or meaning in English of resiliency? Anybody wants to volunteer to answer? Meron bang sumasagot? What is resiliency? What do we mean by resiliency?
Ma'am, pagiging matatag po.
Pagiging matatag sa panahon ng pandemya. Diba? Pagiging matatag, yung flexible, yung kaya mo dalhin ka sa mainit o sa malamig, kaya mo. Dalhin ka sa maganda o mahirap, kaya mo maka-adapt, flexible. Yun nga, nakaka-adapt ka. Hindi yung pag nasa ibang lugar ka na hindi mo nakasanayan, hindi ka na makakilos. A resilient person can always still function even if it is a totally new environment. There is, of course, that thing that you acclimatize yourself first, you get used to it, but you can get used to it, you can adapt. And a resilient person is one who is able to endure hardships without cracking, hindi bumibigay. We are in the middle of a pandemic. We are enduring hardship. Lahat tayo is experiencing some kind of difficulties. I could never imagine. Okay, mayhem, thank you. Ability to be happy and successful after a bad experience. Yes, that in spite of bad experience, in spite of difficulties, in spite of hardships, kaya mo, you can rise again, you can be fun again, you can function again without cracking, no? I have never imagined in my life for this COVID to happen in my lifetime. As in already locked down for over 18 months na yata tayo, March, April, May, June, July, August. So 17 months and it's not getting any better. This is just so difficult for all of us. Yan, the capacity to recover from difficulties and yung kabanatan, yung flexible nga, yung napabanat ka, nai-stretch ka. So how do we develop resiliency? Why do we need to develop resiliency? Why do you think do we need to develop resiliency? Bakit kailangan may webinar na ganito? Can I have answers? Why do we need to be resilient? Well, they say that Filipinos are very resilient. Kaya natin kahit ano. Only in the Philippines do you find people, yung bawa na bagyo, nakangiti pa rin, nagpapasalamat pa rin sa Diyos. Ganon tayo. Toughness, yes. Yung toughness mo, yung malakas ka. But why do we need to develop resiliency? Laban lang to, yes, we need to develop resiliency to overcome and continue living. Realizing that if we fail to overcome, if we fail to continue living, then we cease to be human. Kasi lahat ng tao dapat after this lalabas, kaya na ulit. Pero kung hindi mo kaya, then nababawasan ang iyong humanity and the world will miss you. Kahit, okay, let me read that to get through this, kahit na bago, to go through this online platform, kahit na bago sa atin, to cope with the stress brought about by pandemic, to be able to survive. If I may say, not only to survive, but to live. Well, it could be that right now, maybe, or no, it happens na medyo survival mode lang tayo. It happens, it comes to our life. But it has to be that we are resilient enough to bounce back. And so we will discuss that, how to develop resiliency. Okay. First of all, it is very important, self-knowledge is very important to develop resiliency. Dapat alam mo yung sarili mo. Dapat you should know what motivates you. You should know what makes you angry. You should know what you value most. Because then when you have developed self-knowledge, you are able to manage yourself. You are able to succeed in self-mastery. We should be able to master ourselves, master our emotions, master our thinking processes. So how do we develop self-knowledge? I have here the 5-step thinking system to guide you. Number 1, to develop self-knowledge, it is important for us to be able to identify our beliefs and clarify our values. Ask yourself, what do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about society? What do you believe about God even? Or what do you believe about work or circumstances? And then examine who influenced you in believing that. And usually the answer will be the people who influence you when you were young. Yung mga kasama natin habang lumalaki tayo, nanay, tatay, lolo, lola, ate, kuya, even the helpers, even mga yaya. My second son, he still remembers how his yaya used to call him makulit. Sabi niya, ay nako, si yaya, he always say that I am makulit. He still remembered that. Buti na lang he was able to go past that belief. Otherwise, if he was not guided, if I was not able to guide him into his real identity, then lagi na lang siyang magiging makulit. So who influenced you in thinking that way? And then you challenge yourself. Tama ba na isipin ko ganito? For example, this is a concrete example. For example, you heard your father tell you once when you were like grade 5, grade 4, ay naku anak, okay, mahirap lang tayo. Tama na ito. Hindi baling konti, basta meron. Huwag na kayo mangarap ng malaki kasi ganito lang naman tayo. Simple na lang tayo. So what happens? You grow up and you do not want to stretch your capabilities. You do not want to discover your giftedness. Why? Because at the back of your mind, ang paniwala mo, tama na tong ganito. Hindi baling konti, basta meron. Simple lang naman ang buhay. Pwede namang mahirap, masaya naman kami. No? And so when, for example, faced with a challenge to really, pagbawa, you go to a seminar and then suddenly may sales speech na you have to be the best you can be, you have to conquer, you have to, alam mo yung mga ganyang motivational talks, it will be difficult for you to believe. Why? Where are you coming from? At the back of your mind, there is always your parent telling you, tama na itong simple na to. Do you have to be stuck in that kind of belief? No, because you can challenge that. You have to look inside yourself. What do I really want? So parents, be mindful of what you tell your children because that will actually be part of their belief system. Magkakaroon sila ng limiting beliefs. They will limit their growth. And then, identify your beliefs and you clarify your values. What are the things that you value most? Please mute yourselves. I hear some sounds. Salamat po. You have to clarify your values. Usually, in any program that I conduct, I would always ask, what do you value most?
3 o'clock, boring na
Because
to.
we are Filipinos,
Mamamatay tayo
and
lahat.
this is true also to other nationalities. Family is what we value the most. Now, therefore, being with family 24/7, we need to always remind myself that we value them. And because in our heart we value them, we need to show them how we value them. All right, your beliefs and your values influence your thoughts and expectation. Or for example, going back to the first example, if you are already working, for example, and you hear a seminar or a pitch from your boss na you can be the best, you can be the best, you can do this, you can reach your quota, especially if you are in sales, no? What will be inside your mind? Anong iisipin mo? Hindi ko kaya yan. Ganun ang magiging thoughts mo, ganun ang magiging nasa mind mo because that is what you believe. Now, it is said that every day we have about, okay, I'm not sure of my numbers. It could either be 40,000, 400,000, 60,000, 600,000. But science says that we have around this number of thoughts per day. And we carry 60% of that the following day. So what happens now when you are always entertaining negative thoughts? What happens? And then nagko-compound dyan, 60% carry over from Monday, carry over sa Tuesday, and then new negative thoughts again, and then carry over Wednesday, carry over Thursday. What will you be at the end of the week? Ano na ang tawag sa inyo? Di ba? Negastar na kayo. So it is important for us in valuing our family, it is important for us to manage our thoughts and expectations. How do you know when you are already okay, Why do we need to manage our thoughts and expectations? Identify our beliefs and clarifying our values, because you are always influencing other people's belief systems. Our words, our actions are powerful. You may not know it, but with what you are saying, what you are doing, the way you are doing things, you are influencing other people. So therefore, it is important for us to be good influencers. Hindi naman yung mga nasa social media lang ang influencer. All of us are influencers in a way. Even if you are now just at home, you parent are influencing your children. You children could be influencing your brothers and sisters, your classmates, and yes, maybe even your parents. So therefore, what do you do in order that your children will become resilient? You teach them coping skills. We will go to that later, but first, let us talk about the thoughts and expectations. Let's think about thinking. How do you know when you are already a megastar? You are already losing sight of perspective. You cease to focus on the real issues. You are too busy getting angry. You are too busy thinking negatively that you lose sight of perspective. You cease to become objective. Hindi mo na nakikita ng malinaw ang mga bagay-bagay. So here are some red light signals. When you start using generalizations, lagi naman ganyan eh. Lagi namang kayong ganyan. Talaga namang hindi kayo marunong. Lagi mo namang sinasabi yan. Or maybe you can say, lahat naman kayo ganyan. O ayoko na. Hindi ko na gagawin. Right? So, when you start talking that way, you need to go back to your beliefs and your values. If I value my family, then I will be mindful of what I tell them. Kasi kapag negative ang thinking mo, you cannot function properly. Healthy body, healthy mind equals happy human. Happy human equals happy family. Happy family equals creative and productive family. But if you start using generalizations, if you talk that way na puro negative, then the harmony will be disrupted in the home. Lahat kayo mag-aaway-away na, mag-iinisan-inisan na. Challenging na nga even if you love each other to be with each other 24/7. The more it becomes challenging when we are already annoyed with each other. No, when you start taking things personally. For example, ikaw anak ka, naubos yung ulam. And then your mom asks you, oh, anak, bakit wala na ulam? O bakit ako na naman ang tinanong mo? Hindi naman ako nakaubos. Yung mga ganun. Or, oh, bakit may kalat dito? Oh, why are you looking at me? Ngayon lang ako dumating dito. When you start taking things personally, then ayan, megastar ka na. Why should we be mindful of our thinking processes? Because our thoughts influence what we are feeling, yung emotions natin. Can I have, so I will show you now, to help you manage your emotions, your feelings. Can I have now a participant, a parent or a student, or maybe even a faculty member, so that the easy part is to just, lecture about this, but then you will understand it better if we have an example from your group. Come on, Miss Peach, can you volunteer? Can you ask for a volunteer?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am Banyas, would you like to share? Or Ma'am Mayhem?
Sino yung mga tinawag mo? Parent?
Co-teacher.
Oh, all right. Co-teachers or maybe parents or a student. Madali lang po ito,
Yes, Ma'am
promise.
Kat Lumibaw from our GPTA.
What is GPTA? Grade?
No, ma'am. General Parents and Teachers Association.
Okay, are you a teacher or a parent from the GPTA?
A parent po yun, ma'am. Ma'am Kathleen
Okay.
Lumibaw.
Nasaan po kayo? Nasaan po kayo? Would you be able to open your video? Kaya po ba?
Sorry ma'am, naka-mobile lang po kasi ako, and sa emotional intelligence naman po, I think yung empathy sa mga tao, no, na kailangan meron tayo nun kasi it says about how you deal with people. Yun
All
lang.
right. Thank you, Kat. Oh, hindi pa tayo tapos, Kat. We have an emotional intelligence model and you will be our example. Okay. This is what I call. But thank you for sharing that. That is true. Also, this is the ABCDE model of emotional intelligence. Kath, can you cite a challenging situation you face at work or in the home place? Something that, an activating event. Something that happens na medyo dahil doon nagagalit ka. Nagiging emotional ka. An activating event. Sample.
Example po, no, yung kahit man naman po sa work and saka sa home, nagkakaroon po ng challenging situations dahil po sa yung pag minsan napo-frustrate ka.
Okay.
Even sa little things po, katulad nung kapag yung kumbaga yung sitwasyon ay hindi naaayon sa kung ano yung
All right.
naiisip mo or
Okay,
yung
can you be
inaasahan
more
mo.
okay, so that to make this more effective, can you be more specific in your example? Ano yung little things na yun that because it did not level to your expectation, it did not meet your expectation?
Kasi po ako minsan kasi ma'am kaya meron akong yung medyo may pagka-OC kasi ako eh.
Ayun. So
Yun
ano yung sitwasyon na nagpapainis sa'yo?
yung kapag makalat sa bahay, tapos yung hindi siya kumbaga sa opisina, hindi
Right.
rin siya ganun po.
Thank you. Okay, we stop there first, Kat. So the activating event is kalat, clutter. OC ka eh. So what is your belief or your expectation? Ano ba ang belief mo? Bakit ka ba naiinis pag may kalat? Kath.
Kapag may kalat po kasi parang nagiging magulo yung pag-iisip ko, ganun na rin yun.
Oo. Ano yung expectation mo sa mga tao na nagkakalat?
Kumbaga parang ang ko kasi pag makalat sa bahay, makalat sa kumbaga kung magtrabaho, kumbaga hindi ka focus doon sa kung ano yung ginagawa mo, kung ano yung dapat magawa.
Okay, so that is your belief about kalat. Hindi ka focus, disorderly ka, hindi ba? So naiinis ka. So pag makalat, naiinis ka kasi feeling mo hindi focus yung mga tao, hindi ginagawa yung dapat nilang gawin. All right. What is the emotion that you experience when you face this challenge? Naiinis. The annoyance. Tama ba?
Yes po, yes
Tama.
po.
Okay, annoyance. Now, you dispute your response. You go back to your beliefs and expectations. Yes, ano ba kasi expectation mo? You expect that people clean up after their own clutter. Okay. You believe that orderliness is next to godliness. In a way, or you orderly means you are able to focus. You believe that if there is clutter, hindi nakaka-focus, makalat, magulo. Now, ask yourself whether they are rational or helpful to you. Is it logical to believe that it must be done this way? Ganun ba talaga lahat? Kailangan ba laging nagliligpit? Lahat ba? Does everybody share your same sentiment? You ask that yourself. Ano ba ang mangyayari pag may kalat? Ano ba ang mangyayari pag medyo hindi naligpit minsan? Well, of course, ibang kwento naman yung super na nakatambak na. But if, for example, simple na halimbawa, yung anak mo nag-aral, hindi naligpit sa dining table, maiinis ka na kagad. So you dispute your response, teka lang, ano ba ang kinakainis ko? Baka naman pagod yung anak ko, o baka naman nakatulog sa pag-aaral, o baka naman maraming ginagawa. You dispute your response. Why? Because if not, then you just allow yourself to be angry. And when you start being angry at people, laging mainit ang ulo mo, nagkakaroon ng disharmony sa bahay. It disrupts the relationship. So you can exchange your thinking. How might you prefer to think if you experience the situation again? Huh? Kath, are you following me? How might you prefer to think if you experience the situation again? Knowing now that iba-iba talaga ang tao. Some people can work better kahit makalat. Iba-iba tayo, platinum rule. Do you know the golden rule? Ano ba ang golden rule for values education teachers? What is the golden rule? What is the golden rule? Can I have some answers? Baka nasa chat box. What is the golden rule? Yung wala pong endorsement at initiative. At upang mahawakan ng may mga ano dito, may mga sagot. Okay. Ang kakayahan magkaroon ng kamalayan, kontrolin at ipahayag emosyon ng isang. At upang mahawakan ng interpersonal na relasyon ng may husay. Wow, ang galing magtagalog ni Miss Alovera. Okay. The ability to manage your emotion and to express it in such a way that in an empathetic manner so that the relationship will not be disrupted. Tama ba yung aking ano? Parang ang hirap, malalim yung Tagalog. Okay. Anybody wants to answer what is the golden rule? What is the golden rule? Don't do to other, the principle of treating other as one. Ay, Miss Aloe Vera, tama si Belen. Don't do to others what you do not want others to do to you. The principle of treating others as one wants to be treated is the platinum rule. It is even higher than the golden rule. Miss Aloe Vera, platinum rule yan. Treat others as they want to be treated. What is the principle behind that? Different strokes for different folks. Iba-iba tayo. So, Kath, you can exchange your thinking. Hindi porket ikaw gusto mo super malinis OC, you will expect that from everybody. So, wag ka nang magalit. So, if you think that way, if you think differently, would it affect your feeling?
Hindi naman po. Actually, inaano ko naman po siya, yung kumbaga, I try to be understanding as much as possible na po.
Ayun. That is the emotional intelligence model. But when in your understanding of the other person, it is good for you to process why you are understanding. So that your response will be consistent. Hindi ka na magagalit. Kasi yung pag sinubukan mo, when you say sinubukan ko, iniintindi ko na lang siya, the iniintindi, the understanding part, means really going into the person, yung empathy, understanding where the person is coming from. Kat, pareho tayo eh. Okay, personal example. I am OC also. Ako pagka nagtrabaho, pagkatapos ko walang trace na galing ako sa lugar na yon. Ligpit ako ng ligpit. As opposed to my husband. Kung saan iniwan, nandun lang. Iniwan. Now, sa tingin nyo ba, there will be harmony in the house kung if I would follow him up always, kung magpapakainis ako sa kalat niya? No. Lagi na lang kami mag-aaway. Or lagi na lang kung hindi kami nag-aaway, I will keep it to myself, but deep inside me, I am very angry. Is that healthy? That is not healthy. So I just exchange my thinking. It's okay. Hindi naman nakakamatay ang kalat. It's okay. Ganun siya talaga. Ako na lang ang magliligpit. It's fine. It's fine. He was brought up that way. I was brought up differently. We're two people trying to live in one roof. We're two people trying to be one. So that is the emotional intelligence model. You learn to challenge your thinking. You exchange your thinking about the person or about the situation. You exchange your way of responding para hindi ka naiinis. Why? Because kapag lagi ka naiinis, then naiinis ka rin sa lahat ng tao sa bahay nyo. Do not waste. Yes, very good, Myra. Do not waste energy on things you cannot change. And that is what we need to pray for, right? The ability to discern, to understand, to recognize what we cannot change, what we can change, and what you cannot change. Jeros, don't treat people the way you wouldn't want to be treated. That is the golden rule. But the platinum rule nga is even higher. So you have to ask. You have to ask people at home, how do you want to be treated? If you have attended some parenting talks in Faith Watch, there is a Family Watch program, parenting talks and intentional parenting. Makikita nyo doon, you have to recognize that iba-iba ang temperament ng mga ano. You borrow something, return it. Teka, Jeros, may meron ka ba pinapatamaan? Thank you for participating, at least kahit sa chat box. Always embrace the try. Yes. Wala daw. Embrace others. Okay. So there. Because your emotions affects your behavior and the action that you take. Ayan, if you will allow your emotions to rule you, basta pag galit ka. Basta pag gusto mong magalit ka. Then ganyan ang mangyayari. So therefore, there will be asim sa bahay, or maybe people will not want to talk to you anymore. Maybe your children do not want you around. So therefore, that will disrupt the harmony at home. And when the harmony at home is disrupted, then all of us becomes broken. And it will be more difficult for us to be resilient, because as a family, it is us. It is us who has the responsibility of holding each other together. No, so the 5-step thinking process: identify your beliefs and clarify your values, because they influence your thoughts and emotions, which affect your emotions and influence your behavior and your actions. All right. Siyempre, I am an image consultant. When you say an image consultant, we teach about appearance, behavior, and communication. So, it is important that we look good and smell good kahit nasa bahay lang tayo. No, it is good that we stay attractive and neat and clean for other people, for our family members. Not because nasa bahay lang tayo, mga 6:30 na tayo ng gabi maliligo, ang asim-asim na natin, and ayaw na kayong katabi ng mga kapatid nyo or what. It is good for us to take care of ourselves. We have to be mindful of also of our behavior, how we do things, and the way we speak to one another. Because these are things that makes a person, that creates wholeness. These are the things that impacts relationship. Okay, what are some behavior that you need to remember? For parents and even for children, remember that when your children are talking to you, your spouse are talking to you, remember to make eye contact, smile, and it is good to lean forward. Bakit anak? It is such a simple action, but it is very powerful. When you lean forward, that means you are interested. And if we are not interested with each other, what will happen to us? Tayo ang magkakasama sa bahay. So you lean forward. I have a 22-year-old bunso. Ang bunso ko is 22 years old. And usually when I am working, she would just sit here in the couch beside my workplace, and then, "Ma, I want to show you a video of BTS." So I will really put down. Well, of course, it's a different matter when I am in the program. When they see me with the microphone and talking to my laptop, that means I'm in a program. So that they know. Even my children, if I see them in a laptop talking, then that means they have a class or they are in a meeting. So, but other than that, if my children wants to talk to me, then I make time. I drop whatever I'm doing, turn to my daughter, look at her, lean forward and will smile. Ano yun, anak? Those are behaviors that lifts people up. Very, very simple, but will create a big difference. Diba? Subukan nyo. Pag tinawag nyo yung anak nyo, nakatalikod, sabi, ano yun? Hindi ba masakit? Tignan mo naman ako. Pero pag yung tinawag mo yung anak mo, humarap sa'yo, yes ma, ano po yun? Ay, ang saya. Ang saya. So that creates, good vibe, so to speak. And of course, our communication skills, which includes not only the talking, but also the listening. And as they say in image consulting, what creates more impact is actually our tonality. Yung tono ng pananalita natin, more than what we are saying. See, for example, if you say, ano yun anak? O hindi ba mukhang galit? But if you say, ano yun anak? Di ba may lambing, the tonality, mas may openness. So therefore, if you follow the emotional intelligence model, then you can better improve on your behavior and your communication style. And in your listening skills, very, very important, very important. If your children are talking to you, important not to cut them. Let them talk. Sige lang, makinig lang kayo. Parenting tip na yon. Okay. Because nga, we value relationships. Sabi nga nila, di ba, pag may problema sa pera, kung minsan, temporary or nasosolve, no? Hindi ba? Basta sama-sama, lahat naman tayo nagkakaroon ng problema sa pera. Pero basta magkasama, basta magkasundo, kinakaya natin, hindi tayo masyadong nalulugmok. So therefore, take care of your relationships. And that, the managing your emotions, taking care of your thinking patterns, knowing how to take care of your appearance, being mindful of your manners, and knowing how to communicate, which includes listening effectively, will be good for your relationships. So when you clarify your values, usually values, what do you value most? Family. So therefore, that is taking care of relationships. And relationships, not only you, the basic unit, but maybe also outside. Tawagan ng nanay, ang tatay, ang lolo, ang lola. Remembering, parents, that we are always influencing other people, right? So we are setting a good example to our children of how to be good to their parents. We are blessed that our children saw us take care of our parents when they were sick. At least nakita nila, we set a good example. Nakita nila na darating talaga yung panahon na that they need to take care of us. And we set a good example for them. We set a good example of how kaming magkakapatid help each other when our mother fell ill. Maaga kasi namatay ang tatay ko, malilit pa mga anak ko noon. But my mother passed in 2015. So nakita ng mga anak ko kung paano kami nagtulungan ng mga kapatid ko and how we manage that. We show them the value of relationships. If your relationships are in order, then it is easier to be resilient. Kakayanin, di ba? Basta sama-sama. It is important also to maintain a daily routine. For example, kailangan merong routine. Create a routine for everybody. My daily routine, for example, I wake up between 6:30, 7:30. I say my morning devotion. And then I eat mga 20 minutes yan. And then I eat breakfast. If I have work, then I go to my work. If none, I do part 2 of my devotion. 3 parts ang devotion ko eh. Part 2 of my devotion. and then I sit at my desk. I sit at my desk, work on my family business, work on my programs, do my modules, write letters, ganyan. I do my work. About 11 o'clock, I rise up from my seat and do my exercise routine. And then lunch with family, and then rest a bit, and then go back to work. 5 o'clock, I finish. I end my work, and then I relax. I watch TV with my husband until dinner, and then we say our prayer together. And then, patapos na, simple na lang. Daily routine. It keeps us sane. Sane. It prevents insanity. It keeps us sane. There is nothing more difficult than waking up and not knowing what to do. So establish a daily routine. Again, not because we cannot go out does not mean that we cannot say hi to our friends, that we cannot make chika with our friends. No, so it is good to call people. Webinar, Zoom, or Messenger, makipag-usap lang. Kwentuhan lang. You should learn the power of the small talk. Alam mo yung, kasi di ba busy, somehow naging super busy tayo when we were home-based. So, it is good for us to talk with friends about nothing. Alam mo yung wala lang? That is uplifting. Again, that keeps us sane. Yung, di ba yung pag mga barkada mo, basta tawa lang kayo ng tawa. Those are the things that I miss most. What do you miss most in this pandemic? Can I have some answers? Ano yung nami-miss nyo? Tingnan natin, may mga sagot. Okay, Myra, yes. Always listen to them, especially pag may mga tanong sila, yung mga anak natin. Very good. What do you miss most during this pandemic? What do you miss most? Are you here? Yes, face-to-face interaction. What else? Diba? Yes, talaga mga friends natin ang nami-miss natin. Ano? When I see my friends in church, ganyan lang. Pero naka-mask and naka-face shield, kaibigan talaga. Because they add life. So, we keep in touch through calling, messenger calls, or Viber calls. Internet lang naman ang katapat, and all of us have that. Meron pang isang answer. Church, oh, you miss. I go to church. Face-to-face, camping, camping, wow, friends, shopping. Of course, we miss having fun outside. Family get-together every weekends. Go to church with the whole family. Having coffee with my friends. Pareho tayo, Jermaine. Meron kaming grupo dito sa Merville. We call ourselves CFC. Hindi kami couples for Christ, couples for coffee. Coffee lang, tawa-tawa lang on simple things. Yeah, eating, dining out, go to church, and shopping. Yesterday, I was in a meeting. Mother po ni Maine okay, Jermaine. Okay, Joanna. Hi, Joanna. Thank you. Sana maalala ko yan next time you reply. I was in a meeting with other members of Coalition of Life yesterday, and yeah, we miss watching movies. Puro Netflix ngayon, di ba? That was one of our mga simple joys namin mag-asawa before the pandemic. Kapag medyo, at least once every 2 weeks, we go to Glorieta. I live in Parañaque. Glorieta, Greenbelt. Sine lang. Kung kailan nag-senior na kami, kung kailan libre na ang sine, wala nang sine. Let us see. So we miss those things, but we can still do that. Go to somewhere with the whole family. Oh, yung kiddos, right? Right. So what you can do? Yan, you have a Zoom party and you're all eating the same food. Di ba? Usong-uso yan. We do that. Bawa magpa-party kami, we send food and then yan. We eat the same food para na magkakasama. But important is we talk and we share each other's, events, happenings in our life. When life gives you lemon, you drink lemonade. So when life gives you pandemic, then you go online. Wag na natin isipin yung dati. Of course, we miss that, but we need to cope. And if you learn the 5-step thinking system, it is easier really to cope. Nakakamiss kasama. Oo nga, Myra, nakakamiss talaga. Nakakamiss, mamasyal. All right. And of course, it is important for us to care for ourselves, especially talking to women. We need to have me time. We need to do things for ourselves. So yan, we need to walk outside. Of course, we are in Metro Manila. Mapolluted. No? Although ngayon, pag MECQ ba, marami pang jeep sa bangkal? Marami pa rin bang jeep sa bangkal? So what can you do? Early morning, that's when you go out. Kailangan daw naaarawan tayo. Naaarawan, nahahanginan. We should do simple exercises. Hindi, ano ngayon kung sarado ang gym? Ano ba ang katapat ng exercise? Internet lang, hindi ba? You have your phone or your laptop or your smart TV. Look for exercises on YouTube. My favorites are, thank you, Jeros, connecting people via virtual to show love and care. Very good. My favorites are Leslie Sanson, Paul Eugene, senior dance exercise, or Gina B for more hip hop, or Jessica Smith. Those are my 4 favorites. We should include exercise in our self-care program because our bodies are meant to move. Our bodies are not meant to just stay there, sit down and study and work. Kailangan may time. Zumba ba? Ayan. Hindi na nga. Oo nga, before that, di ba pwedeng Zumba? Zumba, mommy. Because I'm not athletic, so I really like just exercising on my own. So I'm okay with Zumba or dancing in my house. Even before the pandemic, matipid pa. Lumang shirt, lumang shorts, lumang socks, pwede na. Wala naman nakakakita sa akin. No parking fee, no going out, no dressing up. Zumba na. Our bodies are meant to move. Now, when you go on an exercise routine, make sure that you do things, you have different routines. You change your routine regularly. I normally exercise like 4 or 5 times a week. So I have different routines. I move from minsan walk exercise, minsan dancing, iba-iba. Why? We need to surprise our muscles. If you keep on doing the same thing every day, then it is possible. Experts say that your body is responding less already. Nasanay na sa routine. So it is better to surprise your muscles. Very important for self-care, for some me time, especially for women. Otherwise, mauubos tayo. Many times, tayo mga babae, feeling natin tayo ay si Darna o si Superwoman. We are not. We are human. And we need to take care of ourselves so that we can take care better of our family. So at this point, let me ask you, what self-care activity do you do? Ano yung mga ginagawa nyo that you will say is your me time or your self-care? Can I have some answers? Chat box or unmute yourself and speak out. Ano ba ang ginagawa nyo? Do you have some answers here? Anong ginagawa nyo self-care? Ano ang me time nyo for the mothers here? And even for the children, you need to take care of yourself. It cannot be that you are just always studying ba? Always finishing your homework. Hindi pwede yun. Can I have some answers? What self-care do you do? Hello everyone. Are you there? Miss Peach, baka naman may sagot sa Facebook Live. Are you on Facebook Live too?
Yes, Miss, I'll check that.
Ayan, may sumagot. Watching Netflix, yes. It is, you need to, yes, of course, because when you say self-care, it is something that you are doing for yourself only to keep you happy, to know that you are still alive, di ba? So watching Netflix is good, but you cannot binge watch and not exercise. Exercise talaga, ha? Me time, watching anime and reading. What is manga? M-A-N, Joanna? This is Joanna ba? Read inspiring quotes. Okay, Joanna, what is manga? What is reading manga? Naku, mga bata pa kayo, hindi ko alam. Attend online healing mass, very good. Yes, regular sleep routine is very important. It is said that around 9 o'clock, kailangan kalmado na yung katawan mo. No? So, no more screen time, because if you do not think that, I'm sure yung you already know this. If you do screen time until the time matutulog ka na, hindi ka makatulog agad. Somehow the screen impacts our ability to sleep well. So dapat mga 9 o'clock, nakababa na ang phone. Play with them like basketball or football. Ano yung isa? Hala, hindi ko na mabalikan. Reading Wattpad. Ano ba yung reading? Skincare, yes. Wow. Read newspapers, watching TV, going to the market. Nako talaga, watching TV, Paolo. I know it's not news, no? Kasi pag nanood ka ng news ngayon, parang, before the pandemic, I would only watch the news. News lang ang pinapanood ko. Magsi 6 o'clock ako, CNN Philippines, and I go to TV Patrol. Ganun lang ako, nood-nood. Pero ngayon parang nakakaano na, learning cooking video in YouTube. Yes, then you are developing your skills. You are honing your skills. That is very good. Anything else? Anybody wants to share a self-care routine? Those are me time. That is important for our sanity. But also do not forget the exercise. Do not forget the exercise. Kwentong masaya with kiddos. Saka, call a friend. Kwentuhang masaya. Oh yes, very good. Masarap bago matulog makipagkwentuhan sa mga anak o sa mag-asawa. Baking favorites with my kids. Ayan, hindi kasi ako kitchen person. Thank you. Yes, but my daughters, they learned how to bake during the pandemic. They even sold some cookies. All right, so important for us to care for ourselves. And one of the things that we can do really to care for ourselves is to go on regular breaks. So right now, I am giving you a 10-minute break. Eating all the time. Hala ka, honey. Baka mamaya yung eating mo, dancing TikTok, yung eating all the time. Kasi syempre dapat you should eat healthy, right? Pray, of course, pray, reflect, recognize that there is a higher being. Okay, one of the self-care things that we can do to care for ourselves is to take a break. I will give you now a 10-minute break. I'll see you at 2:10. 10 minutes ba tayo kanina? I forgot. I'll see you at 5 minutes
5
lang.
minutes break
5
po.
minutes lang. Okay, 2:05. So that we'll have more time for questions and answers later. Be back at 2:05.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Wow, that was a nice music. That was nice music. Okay, let me ask you, what did you do during the break? Anong ginawa niyo during the break? Hmm? Ay, walang sumasagot. What did you do during the break? I hope you had some water. All right, let's go back. So yan, we need to care for ourselves because nobody else will. And part of self-care really is going on a break, going on regular breaks, even if if you are watching K-drama. Okay, ayan ang mga self-care mo, yes. Basta something that makes you happy. But of course, there are basic principles of self-care like exercise, good nutrition, keeping yourself hydrated. So ako, lagi akong, my practice is I always have a jug and baso here beside me so that I'm always hydrated. Plus, it keeps your skin good. Diba? Kasi if you are always uhaw, then nagda-dry ang skin. All right. Remembering part of self-care is really not turning to negative hobbies when you are feeling down. No to alcohol, no to cigarette, and to the young here and maybe even the not so young, no to drugs. Because these are the things na even if they tell you para makalimot, ay hindi. Napaka-temporary ng pagkalimot. So therefore, what I would always tell my participants is, because you value your relationship, you should be very sensitive to what is happening around you. Huwag niyong babaliwalain. So for example, you do not say, hindi ako kinakausap ng anak ko, pabayaan ko lang yan. Lilipas din yan kasi baka hindi lumipas. So, be mindful of what is happening to your children. Tingnan nyo kung ano mga ginagawa nila. It is good for you also to set goals. Okay, to dream. You should create an environment in the home where everybody is free to talk about dreams and their goals at hindi sila pagtatawanan. That everybody is always setting goals. Simple goals like I want to lose 3 pounds this month, or I want to cut down on chocolate, or I want to learn this, or I want to have 3 more, for example me, I want to do 3 more programs before the year ends. Goals. What are the goals you have set for yourself? May mga nag-goal setting ba dito? Ano mga goals nyo? Oh, Jess is nice. Yes, taking our dog outside for a walk. Walking is always good. Or what are your goals? For the children here, may I ask you, what are your dreams? Di ba sabi nila, a person who does not dream is like a dead man walking. Parang baliwala na. Baliwala na yung buhay if you do not dream of a bright future. So in spite of the pandemic, we continue to dream. We continue to believe in a higher being that is in control of everything. We continue to believe that we can reach our goals. Na kaya natin, na, kasi if you have goals, that ignites your being. You will do things in order for you to really reach your target. So, may I ask you now, what are your goals? Hello, students, what are your goals? And even the parents can answer. Don't forget to fill out the attendance and evaluation forms. Can I have some answers? What are your goals? Wala kayong goals, hala. Kailangan to retire soon and start a new adventure. So siguro si Mary Lou, already you have to keep yourself fit kasi new adventure di ba? Eh kung magre-retire ka lang tapos walang new adventure, hindi ka mamomotivate to keep fit, to exercise. But since you spoke about new adventure, then maybe you will be doing things outside the ordinary to contribute to your new adventure. If it is a new career, then maybe you can begin reading or begin, honing your skill. My goal, magaganda yung mga sagot nyo. I have to go back watching K-drama. Okay. Hala. To finish, to become an inspiration to others. Very good. And how do you plan to do that? My goal is to finish all my works and be an engineer, be a successful man. Healthy lifestyle, very good. Those are very good goals. Professionally, I would like to take this opportunity to improve students' performance through a very good goal, Paulo, through upskilling of families. You just hit it right. You have to go to the families. Kasi yan nga ang hinagpis nating educators, di ba? No matter how we try to teach the children, I congratulate you that you are including the parents in your webinar. Because no matter if you teach the children day in, day out, but they do not bring that values at home, or if they bring that values at home, but the parents do not understand the values that they are bringing in, then there will be a clash. So I congratulate you, that you include parents para you level expectations, nagkakaintindihan kayo, isa lang ang iniisip nyo. That is our frustration, di ba? When we talk to the young about, for example, teen sexuality, naku, pagdating sa bahay, hindi ganun yung values ng magulang. So napakahirap. Very good. Do all my best to provide good life to my children. Yes. More research and be studious to teach my children and share my knowledge to them. Very good. Very good parents are also participating in this goal setting. We need to set goals. Again, remembering that we are always influencing other people. So if we keep on dreaming, even at mga bata pa naman kasi kayo, no? But even at my age, if I keep on dreaming, if I keep on setting goals, if I keep on going outside my comfort zone, then I am influencing my children also to reach for the stars. It is good to be able to do things differently, not to keep challenging yourself. You never know. You never know where your challenge will take you. And then it is good to volunteer, to do volunteer work. The love in the family could flow down to your love for others. So it creates meaning in our life. No? Kailangan po kami ng mga anak namin, lalo na ngayong new normal, wala po magtsatsaga sa kanila, kundi kaming mga magulang at ang mga guro. Totoo naman yan. Totoo naman yan. And because parents, we are always with our children, it is important that we set good examples to them. So yun, self-care, daily routine, managing your emotions, identifying your beliefs, clarifying your values, doing volunteer work, This will help the family become resilient. Pagbukas ng mundo, we are ready for the world. So you see, my children, they always see us helping, doing church work, helping. And so, sila rin, ganun. Makikita mo, one time, nag-birthday yung anak ko last year, nag-donate siya doon sa, without me telling them, they do their part. They do volunteer work. My daughter in the US, she is an assistant catechist. Yung mga ganun. And I never really hard sell. It was not a hard sell on my part, but I showed by example. I showed by example. So kailangan yung mga anak nyo, sanay kayong, dapat bigyan palagi, dapat gabayan palagi sa kanilang online class. Yes. Oh yes. Dapat gabayan sa online class. Kahit po ba malaki na, malalaki na kasi mga anak ko. Naku, salamat. I can imagine how challenging these online classes are. But yes, we need to guide them. Look for opportunities for self-discovery. As you begin, as you write down your dreams, as you imagine your goals, then that would ignite you into being and discovering the giftedness, all the charisms, all the competencies that you can have, all the skills that you can learn. His goal is maybe his dream is that everything be back to normal again. That is our fervent hope and our dream. I share that with you. Another way to develop resiliency in the family is for everyone to look for opportunities for self-discovery, your aha moment. And how do you do this? Try something at least once. Of course, hindi pwede na immoral or illegal. It has something to be, tama. It has to be right. Look for opportunities for self-discovery. If I may share with you, my teaching career started actually in 1993. Hindi pa yata pinapanganak yung marami sa inyo dito. My husband and I, we were very, very active in the prayer community of our parish. So we were just there, attend lang. And then one time, 2 of the senior members of the community told me, Rita, we will give you teaching jobs. You know what I said? Pero hindi naman ako teacher, but I am willing to try. Fast forward to the present, I am internationally certified. I have under my name such institutions as Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Pag-ibig Fund, Philippine Statistics Authority, National Bookstore. I do this professionally because I was willing to try. So look within yourself. So you see, as I discovered giftedness, then I am also able to share my gifts to others and influence others in a good way. Her goal is to have a healthy life. Of course, need pa rin nila i-check ang mga ginagawa kung nagagawa nila yung mga tasks or assignment. Yes, of course. We need to check. Our goal, all of us, health is wealth. Kung hindi na tayo makalakad. Kaya nga minsan, as a mother, entrepreneur, professional, I wear many hats. Nung nag-aaral ang mga anak ko, I am the designated family driver. I like bringing them to school. Kasi that is also my time with them. Wala silang magawa. Magkikwentuhan kami kasi nasa isang sasakyan lang kami. No? So many times I get tired. But I change my way of thinking. I tell myself, the fact na nagagawa ko lahat ito, ibig sabihin, I am healthy, right? So the things that you are able to do it with love. Be grateful that you can do it because that means nakakabangon kayo araw-araw. See how my life has evolved. This is a sample. Actually, I included this so that, to help you when you are in Zoom, in online meetings, to help you how to choose your frame na kailangan, ganyan ang framing nyo, not too far, not too near, and looking at the camera of your equipment so that it feels like you are making eye contact. So you see, I am hosting. Malay ko ba mag-host? But in November of last year, somebody called me and said, Rita, are you okay to do a show? Sabi ko, what show? Sabi niya, something about life because I am in the family and life advocacy. And I said, okay, what will I do? You will host, you will get guests, you will create your own contents. Kaya nga sa CV ko, di ba, content creator because I take care of my own contents and my own guests and what they will talk about. If you subscribe to Buhay Parang Life, you will see there that I have actually guested Ay de las Alas in my show. I am looking forward to guesting Lucy and Richard Gomez and Lucy Torres. Kausap ko na yung staff niya eh. Nagka-COVID bigla si Richard. They have not gone back to me. So I'm just waiting. But see, I know pala hosting skills. I can host pala. I get very good feedback. And in fact, my community already is always asking me to host some webinars. Rita, can you host? Because they said I host well. Diba? Malay ko ba na nagagawa ko yun? But I was willing to try it once. And I said, I will try. And so I tried. And here I am every Monday at 8 p.m. A new episode of Buhay Parang Life is released. For those of you who are Catholics, the one that was released last night was Understanding Purgatory. I've tried singing pero ayaw talaga sa akin. But I've also tried the movies. O, di ba? Artista. One day, in the meeting of the Board of Trustees of Pro-Life Philippines, one lady there, Baby Nebrida, said, she was a producer. I think she produced Gulong ng Bayan. I don't know if any one of you has been alive that time. That was, I think, in the 1970s or 1980s. Ako lang yata ang buhay pa noon. And then she said, Rita, gagawa ako ng movie. Join ka? Sabi ko, join ako. Sige, tita, tawagan mo lang ako. Siyempre, I did not take it seriously. And then one Sunday, she texted me, Rita, may shooting bukas with Dina Bonnevie. Sabi ko, tita, can I give you the answer later? So I went to Mass and I saw my friend and I said, Mare, imagine, kaya ko ba yun mag-artista? And then she said, Mare, long before you're gone, kasi that was before YouTube eh. That was 2014, I think. Sabi niya, long after you're gone, your grandchildren will see that one day that there was a time that their grandmother was hot and lovely. So I did a film. It was not a commercial film. Flames of Love. At nasundan. Imagine nasundan. 2016 yata, 2017, Across the Crescent Moon. With, again, ang mga favorite niya kasi artista, Christopher De Leon, Tina Bonnevie. Yes, Gulong ng Palad. Siya yung producer noon. Si Baby Nebrida, I think, writer, producer, director. So see, it makes life exciting and it trains you. It gives you some skills. It adds to your resume. Hindi ko pala nalalagay doon ex-actress. Sometimes when I post that, I think posted that in my memories last week and my cousin said, Ate, new movie. Sabi ko, hindi, wala lang magawa. Parang reminiscing lang the old times. But it's nice. It gives you joy knowing that you have done this and knowing that you have encountered many people. Kahit may pro-life advocacy. Sister Pilar Versosa, the founder of Pro-Life Philippines Foundation, nakikita-kita lang niya ako sa mga pro-life seminar. Nakikita-kita lang niya ako, attend ng conference. Me, I just wanted to learn. Then one day, she invited me to become a trustee. And fast forward, I am now chairman. But before chairman, I was president. And when you are president, you are always interviewed. Salamat po. Salamat, Mary Lou. And as president of a foundation, we are the leading organization in the country that advocates for family and life. Lagi kang nai-interview. And so during the time of RH, my gosh, I have been interviewed by all local channels. I have been interviewed even by international press. Many times I would meet with an international journalist and we would talk and he will just state and I don't even know kung saan marirelease yun. No? So, just saying yes, going out of your comfort zone, going out of thinking out of the box can really add joy to your journey. And then you are given the chance to use your giftedness to positively influence other people. So it's nice. So what am I doing now? Now something again I'm doing to challenge myself to grow even more. I am participating in an international conference as a speaker. No, because I am a member of the Association of Image Consultants International. This is an international organization present in over 25 countries. And so when they asked us if we could attend, dapat kasi nasa Malaysia kami in October, dapat nga to last year pa, but because of the pandemic, hindi ba? So they said, we will move to online. We will move to online. If you want to talk, if you want to give a talk, then just tick the box. I tick the box. Naku, ang dami palang trabaho. I mean, for me, 1 hour talk is easy. Is easy. But the thing is, they asked me to talk about something else. So again, this is going out of my comfort zone. But I am setting a good example to my children of being always relevant, of always being, active. Now, you don't have to do many things if that is not your kind of thing. Some people are just, thank you, Paolo. Some people are happy with what they have, but you have to be genuinely happy. Kasi diba, yung ibang tao sinasabi, simple lang naman ako. That's fine. That's fine. If you are happy being that simple, that's fine. But then, sayang din ang buhay, to know the excitement of being in of meeting many people, of influencing many people, may excitement din yun. And also, that is my way of giving back to God for all the gifts that He has given me. Kasi the Lord gives us gifts. And you know what? All of us are gifted. Our Creator is perfect, and therefore we have that giftedness in us. But many times we do not recognize our own giftedness. And so, when people ask you to do something, perhaps they are seeing something in you that you can do. So, try it. Try it at least once. And you will see how you will grow. Salamat, Myra. Nahiya naman akong basahin yun. Okay. Thank you. So that is the end of my slides. So now I would like to hear some comments and questions from you. I will open the floor now to questions. Thank you so much. Miss Peaches, can you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you very much po for a significant and meaningful talk. Let me call Ma'am Carol Corpus, to facilitate the question and answer. Yes.
Okay, hello, good afternoon po. Good afternoon, Ma'am Rita. And
Ay,
sa
good
lahat po
afternoon, Carol.
good afternoon po, Apo. And sa lahat po ng parents and students ng Bangkalay School. So, ayun po, for now, we are accepting questions. So, if you have questions, you can put that in our comment section or mag-raise po ng hand or click lang po yung raise hand icon. Okay? So, meron na po ba tayong question? Good afternoon din po. Ayan, mapili. Okay, so for now,
Thank you,
wala
Myra,
pa
for
po.
your comment.
Let me check po sa ating FB Live.
Yes,
Baka
your
meron pong
FB Live. Yes,
question.
remember earlier, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sir Paulo, are you raising your hand?
Yes, ma'am. Opo.
Sure.
Actually, ma'am, this is not a question but an encouragement to all the parents. As we all
Go
know,
ahead.
wala pong school or university or college na nag-offer ng AB parenting o kaya
I know.
BS parenting. So, ito pong ginagawa ng school is actually a means for us to to be strengthened in terms of our skills, to develop our parenting skills. As we all know, natuto lang naman din tayo sa mga parents natin noon. And then dinala natin yun sa nung nagkaroon na tayo ng pamilya. So I would like to encourage all the parents na pag may mga ganito tayong webinars, please take opportunity, no? Kasi ang siguro pag next week sa ating parents orientation and reorientation, we will discuss with you yung tinatawag nating continuous improvement plan ng school. And sabi namin doon, we can lessen the dropouts, the sardos, the failures if the students has a parang supportive environment sa bahay nila. So hindi natin tinitignan yung dropouts. Hindi natin tinitignan yung dropouts dahil mahirap si module. Tinitignan natin yung dropouts, yung mga failures natin simply because the students did not receive sufficient support, encouragement from the families.
Right.
So, doon natin tinitignan yung bakit tayo may mga bumabagsak na bata, no? Kasi hindi sila nakatanggap ng sapat na tulong, suporta sa kanilang mga magulang, encouragement. So hopefully, my dear parents, this will not be the last time that we will see you and you will participate with us, because we have lined up so many activities for you to engage para mas maging maayos yung ating pagsasamahan sa school and sa pamilya. Salamat po.
Wow. Thank you, Paulo. I really commend all the efforts that you are doing. Wow. It is nice. It floored me to know that you are the only one who is actually doing this GPTA thing, including the parents in the webinar. I don't really know how the school system works anymore. I don't have children in school. You are doing a wonderful job, and right, he is correct, my dear parents. Embrace this opportunity to learn more. Galing, Paulo. Shout out to all of you.
Ma'am, kasi yan din po yung pagmimitingan ng department namin, ng Values Education Department. So we are trying our best to re-echo these things po. Thank you, ma'am.
Your students are blessed. Any question, any clarification, or anything that you want to share from your own experience?
Yes, sabi ni Ma'am Carol po, wala nang question sa FB. Then wala rin
tahimik
dito sa
ito ngayon
chat
anong
box.
grupo natin ngayon, teachers, ha? Kasi
Pero kasi
kanina.
ma'am, yes, well explained naman din po kasi talaga. Kaya kahit ako ma'am, kanina medyo natatahimik ako kasi nag-iisip din po ako sa mga sinasabi ninyo.
Kanina nga meron ka ring comment eh.
Yes po, feeling ko rin as in talagang kaisa ako talaga sa.
Do you want to watch a sample of my Let me check. Do you want to watch a sample of my
episode? Yes, we still have time pa naman po.
Okay, is that all right, Paulo?
Yes, Sir Pao.
Ma'am, no problem po kasi ang naman natin is hanggang 3 o'clock.
Yes po.
Okay, paano bang gagawin ko? I stop sharing na. So I will okay, wait lang ha. Give me 2 minutes to open my YouTube to manage this.
During menopause, estrogen drops and cortisol rises, causing unwanted tummy effects and running
Wait, yan. Oh, maybe you want this. Uso pa ba ang model? Do you want ay de las alas kasi? Teka, yun kasi ang inano ko sa inyo. View full playlist. Okay. Sorry, I'm managing this. Si Ai. Kasi my last week was, uso pa ba ang modesty? But you can watch that on your own. Para naman medyo, ito ang pinapakita ko sa aking mga programs para happy sila artista kasi. Yan. Okay. Okay, so I will share my screen now. Asan na yun? Ito. Give me feedback kung naririnig nyo. Ayan, ayan. There you go.
Where we discuss issues about this daily life. Sa ating lipunan ngayon, maraming nagsisulong na i-criminalize ang abortion. Ang pinag-alalaban nila, meron daw safe abortion. Ang sabi nila, huwag daw natin pakialaman ang students nila.
This house is full of messy again. After I finish cleaning it. Who's the one? Who's the one? Who's the one?
Please welcome to my barangay.
Kuya Kat.
Las Alas.
Sa ating mga viewers, hello po, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Good afternoon, magandang buhay.
Magandang buhay. Maraming salamat, Miss Ay. Alam ko, busy-busy ka at binigyan mo ng oras ito.
Importante to at saka para naman meron din ako maibahaging maganda at baka matuwa sa akin si Lord pag ginawa ko to. Smile lang siya kaya talaga kailangan meron akong time.
Sigurado matutuwa si Lord, Miss Ay. So tell us kasi, di ba, Miss Ay, may PayPal award ka. Ikaw ay binigyan ng Pro Ecclesia and Pontifice na award. Ito yung highest award na binibigay sa isang lay person dahil sa contribution niya sa Catholic Church. Siyempre, alam kami bilang mga fans mo, alam namin yung pelikula mo, yung mga shows mo, pero parang hindi namin alam. Ano ba yung ginagawa mo sa simbahang Katolika? Ikwento mo sa amin, nagsiserve ka. Ang tip mo ba sa parokya mo?
Actually, hindi naman talaga hindi ko talaga to sinasabi kasi pag siguro yung mga tulong-tulong, tsaka yung pagpapagawa ng church, pagpapaaral sa mga pare, yun. But ang maganda is, sabi nga ni Brother Bo, our church is a forgiving church. Kasi nung nangyari to sa akin, nung nabigyan ako ng PayPal award, ito yung time na binash ako ng buong bayan dahil nga ang asawa ko mas bata sa akin. So parang nagbuisit sa akin yung sambayanan na talagang super bash ako noong 2015. And then parang iniligtas ako ng Panginoon na hindi ganyan yung anak kong yan. Ganyan lang yan pero hindi ganyan yung puso niya. So yung time na yon noong 2016, biglang na approve yung PayPal award ko. And alam nyo, ganito pala yan. Kunyari, sumulat si Bishop na parang dinominate niya ako as a PayPal awardee. Sumulat si Bishop. Tapos yun pala, yung Vatican, iaano yung buhay mo. Tatanong-tanongin.
Research?
Oo, may research. Tapos hindi ka pwede magsinungaling kasi pag yung isusulat yung buong pagkatao mo, pati naging buhay mo, tapos nakalak yun, dadalhin sa Vatican, then sila yung mag-aalis ng kumbaga nakasil yun.
Kumbaga kinailangan yung magsulat ng life story mo, parang sharing ba?
Yes, pero hindi ako. Yung mga pare ang gagawa nun.
Alright, oo.
So, dati nga si Father Eric, di ba yung best friend ko, RIP, sumalangit na ang kaluluwa ni Father. Niloloko ko siya. Sabi ko, Father, sinabi mo ba to? Sinabi mo ba to? Sinabi mo ba yan? Sinabi mo ba to? Sabi niya, alam mo, Ne, kung sinabi ko yung lahat, baka mamaya hindi ka nabigyan ng PayPal. Nakakatawa, pero yun pala yun, ganun pala siya. Ganun siya kalawak. Kailangan talagang buong buhay mo alam nila. So kaya, thank you Lord, and sobrang forgiving ng Catholic Church na it humbles me na binigyan ako ng Papal Award, and thank you talaga kay Lord. Hindi ko alam bakit ako. Yun ang una kong question. Lord, bakit ako? Makasalanan akong babae, bakit ako? Siya lang nakakaalam ng sagot.
Ang tatanungin ko sana, so noong 2016 yan, nasagot mo na ba yung bakit ako? Meron naman kasagutan ko talaga si Lord na nakakaalam.
Si Lord lang ang nakakaalam. Pero hanggat kaya ko na ipagtanggol ang simbahang Katoliko, gagawin ko kasi sinumpaan ko yun. Bilang Papal Awardee.
Sino ang nag-influence sa iyo, Miss Ai, na maging aktibo sa simbahang Katolika? Kasi alam namin ang buhay ng artista, napaka-busy niyan, halos walang oras. Ito ba influence sa iyong magulang o somebody in your family, kaibigan?
Meron din, pero nung araw kasi, di ba, adopted kasi ako. So yung mother ko, yung auntie ko na nag-adopt sa akin, masyado siyang busy sa work. So ako naiiwan ako sa yaya ko. Yung yaya ko mahilig yan magbaklaran. Parating nasa baklaran. So ako, sinasama niya rin ako sa baklaran. So naging devotee na ako ng baklaran. Until dumating yung sa buhay ko, yung lahat ng mga dagok at lahat ng mga pinagdaanan sa buhay, sa love life ko. So doon talaga ako kumapit kay Mama Mary, doon ako kumapit kay Lord. Yun, tungkol kasi sa buhay ko, kaya parang doon ako kumukuha ng lakas. Kasi wala akong lakas na makunan sa family ko dahil ang nanay ko parating wala. Eh, adopted nga ako, di ba? So sa nanay ko lang ako. Yung auntie ko kasi matandang dalaga. So wala siyang asawa. Wala akong kasama sa buhay ko. So ang pinakausap ko lang, si Mama Mary at si Lord. Na Lord, ganito yung nangyayari sa buhay ko. Lord, tulungan mo ako. Ganon. Kaya na-practice ko yan hanggang ngayon. Na, kumbaga sa tao, si Lord yung parati kong sinasabihan ng problema ko. Kaya ganun yung nangyari. Kumbaga, siguro parang nawala na lang din ako ng choice. Parang ganyan. Kasi wala akong makausap eh. Sino kakausapin ko about problems ko? Although may mga friends naman ako.
So, alam na marami na tagang Marian ka. Sino ang paborito mong Marian image? Meron ba?
Yun, Perpetual Help. At saka, Mother Mary sa Manawan.
Sa
And
Manawan.
also si Lourdes. Kasi yung nanay ko, may psoriasis ako nung araw, hindi niya alam ko ano yung sakit na yun. So, dinadala niya ako sa Lourdes para yung tubig-tubig, yun daw yung makagalit sa akin.
Okay, so bilang artista, ano ang challenges na piniface mo? Bilang katolikong artista, alam naman natin sa showbiz, di ba? Maraming masyadong tukso, maraming challenges. Ano yung mga, para bang hirap na hirap ka desisyonan dahil nga sa iyong Catholic faith?
Kasi ngayon, ang nangyayari kasi ngayon kasi, nung araw, nung hindi pa ganito kalala ang social media, medyo okay lang kasi noon, ang mga nagsusulat lang sa amin ng mga kamalian namin or mga buhay namin bilang artista at bilang totoong tao is mga reporter lang, mga press people. Ngayon kasi lahat ng tao may opinion sa'yo eh, dahil sa social media. So mas, ngayon to, mas medyo challenging. So ang ginagawa ko, sa totoo lang, iniisip ko na yung Papal Award ko, malaking tulong talaga yon. Kasi bilang imbis na pumatol ako sa mga basher, pumatol ako sa mga anong sinasabi sa akin, iniisip ko muna, matutuwa ba si Lord sa akin? At syempre, ang unang sasabihin ng mga tao sa akin pala, sabihin nila, ano ka ba, di ba Papal Award ka? O bakit ganyan, nakipag-away ka sa buong ganyan? So yun yung iniisip ko na parang pinaprotektahan ko din yung pagiging Papal Awardee ko. And siguro yun ang isa sa dahilan kung bakit, sabi ni Lord, ito ang para sa'yo. Siguro yun ang dahilan. Para alam niya kasi patolera ako, para hindi ako patol ng patol.
Patolera, oo. So ano-ano ba yung mga obligasyon kasama nitong Papal Award? Marami pa ng obligasyon dahil nga Papal Awardee ka. Hindi ko matay namin
Yes, si Tita Nova kasi tumanggap din siya ng PayPal Award. So sabi doon ni Bishop na hindi lang to medalya, malaking responsibilidad ang hawak mo pag ganito. Kasi una, syempre, di ba nga, kailangan, kumbaga, kahit papano, hawak mo yung na PayPal Award ka. So, paano ka harap sa mga tao kung ang ugali mo yung ganito? So, syempre, unang-una, aayusin mo yung pagkatao mo. Then, pangalawa, bilang artista, syempre ngayon sa social media, hindi ka papatol, di ba? Kasi kahit pa paano, di ba, hawak-hawak mo yun kung anong klaseng pagkatao meron ka. Di ba? Sabi, itong ay na to, ako, katolikong sarado, tapos kung ano-ano ginagawa. Yung alam mo, yung lilinisin mo talaga yung buhay mo Minsan, kailangan maging example ka para sa kanila.
Oo. Sa lipunan natin, maraming nagsusulong na i-decriminalize ang abortion kasi nga illegal pa to right now sa ating bayan. So isa ito sa sinasabi nila na, sabi nga nila, meron daw safe abortion. Ano ang masasabi mo tungkol sa abortion? Ito ba ay basic human right ng isang babae?
Alam mo kasi, mahirap talaga yung usapin na yan yung tungkol sa abortion. Pero to simplify, di ba? Ano ba ang ng tao? Di ba ang sabi ni Lord, kaya nga tayo meron 10 commandments. Di ba? Simple, ito yung simpleng para wala na masyadong, ito, pro-life ganito. Sabi ni Lord, di ba? Thou shall not kill. O yan ang isa sa pinakasimpleng sagot. Thou shall not kill. Susunod ka lang sa mga 10 utos ng Panginoong Diyos. Yung 10 na yon, sundin mo lang yun. And I think ngingiti siya. So, yung medyo komplikado naman na sinasabi nila na kasi katawan ko to. Ako ang merong, kumbaga, diba sabi nga nila, fetus have the right to life. Likewise, the mother has the right to bodily autonomy. Yung katawan ko, akin to, kaya hindi mo to pwedeng pakialaman. But, ang is, kanino ba galing yung katawan mo? Kanino ba galing yung katawan mo? Hindi naman yan sa'yo Oo, ngayon sa'yo yan. Pero sino bang pinanggalingan yan? Si Lord, the Creator, ang gumawa sa'yo. So, technically, yung body mo, sa kanya pa rin yan galing. Kaya di ba, kailangan ingatan natin yung pagkatao natin. So, yun, simple. Bawal tayong pumatay, yan yung katawan natin ay galing sa kanya. So, hindi mo pwedeng tanggalin, hindi mo pwedeng walain. Siya lang ang pwedeng kumuha ng anything about us. Siya yung pwedeng kuhanin tayo at bumalik sa kanya. Siya lang ang may karapatan nun. Wala tayong lahat karapatan.
I say amen to that. Miss Aiso, kasi may mga babaeng sinasabi na dugo pa lang naman yun, no? So parang kung 2 buwan na silang hindi nagkakaroon, nadidelay na sila, na dugo pa lang yun. Meron ka bang dito?
Hindi. Once na ang fetus is buhay, buhay na yan.
Buhay na yan.
Buhay na yan. Walang 2 months, walang 1 month. Embryo yan. Pag doon pa lang, 1 day, 2 days niya, life na yan. Buhay na yan.
So ano ang ma-advise mo sa mga, kasi yung iba sinasabi lang dapat daw in case of rape or nagbuntis sa babae, pwede niyang i-abort ito. So ano may papayo mo sa mga rape victims?
Alam mo kasi yan, mahirap rin usapin yan kasi una, hindi naman tayo ang naka-experience nun. So hindi natin alam kung ano ba ang pakiramdam nun. Ano ba ang gagawin ko sa katawan ko kapag nangyari to. So napakahirap at napakalawak na usapin yan. Pero ako, in my own opinion, ang rape, ang hate, ang violence, ay learned behavior yan. Natutunan. Hindi yung pagkapanganak mo, rapist ka na. Hindi yung pagkapanganak mo, galit ka na sa buong mundo. Na-acquire mo yan sa behavior mo dahil sa mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. Siguro, ang unang-unang magiging magandang opinion dyan is kung pwedeng umiwas tayo. di ba? Umiwas tayo and palakihin natin ang ating mga anak sa tamang paraan at may takot sa Diyos. Yun ang unang-una. Kasi di ba, paglaki mo, yun yung mga bibit-bitin mo yung pag-uugali mo. Dapat parati kang maging magandang ehemplo sa mga anak mo. Kasi di ba, gagayahin nila yan eh. Di ba, usually, yung mga pag nakikita natin, di ba, pag naririnig natin, kunyari, kina Idol Tulfo, di ba? Ang daming-daming mga kung ano-ano mga problema doon. Tapos doon mo marirealize, di ba, na kung paano pinalaki, kunyari, mga tinampal na nanay ng kinelas, yung mga ganun. So doon mo marirealize, ang punot dulo parati ng mga problema na ganyan is kung paano ka pinalaki and kung paano ka lumaki. Oo. Kung anong klaseng pamilya meron ka. So siguro doon tayo mag-start. Feel the love. Maging mapagmahal yung pamilya natin. At yung...
Since binanggit nyo na yung pamilya, no? Yung family factor, yung paano ka pinalaki. So, paano mo ngayon pinapalaki ang iyong mga anak na parang tinututukan mo rin ba sila sa kanilang pagiging katoliko? Paano ang iyong foundation?
Oo. And marami akong pagkakamali sa buhay ko na alam nila yon. So, nung kinorek ko, at least kahit pa paano, naging magandang ehemplo ako sa kanila. Unang-una sinasabi ko dun sa anak kong babae, kaya ako nagpakasal. Kahit buong mundo nagalit sa akin, pero nagpakasal ako. Kahit bata yung naging asawa ko. Kasi masama ang live-in, di ba? Bawal yan. Hindi yan, di ba? Sa Catholic Church, bawal yan. Sa Biblia, bawal yan. So gusto kong maging great example ako sa anak kong babae, bawal ang live-in. Kaya ako nagpakasal. Isa yan sa dahilan. So, yun ang gagawin mo. Kailangan talaga maging ehemplo ka eh. Kailangan ayusin mo talaga yung buhay mo para maging maayos din yung mga anak mo eh.
Totoo yan. So, ano naman ang masasabi mo sa mga babaeng nasa gitna ng mahirap na kalagayan? Halimbawa, yung batang nabuntis ng nobyo, o yung yung babaeng ang pito na niya pagbubuntis, hindi na nila kayang pakainin, mahirap lamang sila, o yung babaeng hindi niya asawa, yung nakabuntis sa kanya, may asawa na sinasabihan nilang ipatanggal mo na yan, i-abort mo na yan, dugo lang yan.
Yun na nga, nandun pa rin tayo sa, siguro kailangan din nila ng spiritual guidance. Isa rin yun. Spiritual guidance, or yung mga, seminar, or parang mga pagtuturo kung ano ba yung tama at mali sa ating mga kababayan. Sa ating mga kababayang Katoliko, na para malaman nila na may mga bagay pa na pwede, na hindi lang ito yung choice nyo. Meron pang mga ibang bagay na pwede nating gawin na hindi agad tayo pupunta sa abortion.
Meron ka bang maipapayo sa mga kabataan ngayon sa kanilang mga pakikipagrelasyon para maiwasan itong problema ng pagbubuntis? Anong maipapayo mo sa mga kabataan? Anong tinuturo mo sa mga anak mo regarding relationships? Ilan taon na ba mga anak mo? Meron ka na?
Malalaki na.
Nagbo-boyfriend na?
Yung bunso ko is 24, babae. Yung yung lalaki is 26, and then yung isa ko is 30. So far, itong anak ko na babae is graduate lang. Then this year, magpapakasal na sila by December.
Oh, wow.
Oo. So, yung dalawang lalaki, hindi pa. Yun yung pinapayo ko sa kanila parate na noon kasi mahigpit talaga ako sa mga anak ko. By 10 o'clock, kailangan uuwi na kayo. Kung magpa-party kayo, by ganito, kailangan alam ko kung saan. Ganun eh. Mahigpit kasi ako sa kanila noon. Then, pagka-graduate nila, yun, parati ko sinasabi sa kanila, pagka-graduate nyo, pwede nyo nang gawin lahat ng gusto nyo gawin. Huwag lang kayong pumatay ng tao at mag-drugs. Yun ang parati ko sinasabi sa kanila. And then siguro, yun talaga ang isang way. Kailangan minsan disiplina rin eh. Disiplina ng mga magulang sa mga anak. And gabayan natin at magkaroon tayo ng time para sa kanila. Importante talaga yun. Yung time, kasi naalala ko yung anak ko nung maliit siya, sabi niya, masayang masaya siya every time na nakikita niya ako, na kahit wala namang kakwenta-kwenta yun, sa sayaw-sayaw lang siya, yung hindi naman big event ng school. Pero once na nakita niya ako, sumasaya daw siya. So I think, malaking factor yun na bigyan natin ng time yung mga anak natin. Parati nating sundan yung paglaki nila or bigyan gabayan sila talaga. I think yun lang yung isa sa pwedeng makalesen ang problema natin about yan sa mga bagay na yan. Kailangan yung core ng buhay natin, the family. Dapat yun punuin natin ng pagmamahal at saka communication para maiwasan lahat to. Kasi ano yan, kumbaga, down the line, problema nito yan, tapos babaksak, hanggang sa mauwi na sa, yun na nga, violence, at kung ano-ano pang negativity.
Okay, so Miss I, bilang pagtatapos, anong iyong final message sa ating mga kababayan tungkol sa abortion?
Nako, mga kababayan, parati po natin isipin na kahit ano po yan po ay buhay. Buhay ni binigay sa atin ng Panginoon. At ang Panginoon Diyos lang ang pwedeng kumuha ng buhay natin. Kung siya ang nagbigay, siya lang po ang kukuha. And God will judge us. Siya lang ang pwedeng mag-judge sa atin. So, sana po isaisip natin at isa puso yun. Na kung ano man pong problema ang dumaan sa atin, kung ano man pong dagok ang dumaan sa atin, si Lord ang mag-judge sa atin. So, parati po natin isipin na ito bang gagawin ko to ay matutuwa si Lord? Or ito bang gagawin ko to ay mapapakiti ko siya? So, para magbalanse kung ano man yung iniisip yung negative or positive.
I say amen to that. Thank you so much, Comedy Queen. Miss
Naku, maraming salamat po. Sana kahit pa paano ay nakatulong ako na itong about abortion ay kumbaga yung pag-iisip nila maging tama.
Sigurado ako na marami kayong natulungan sa episode na to. Thank you so much.
To God be the glory.
Shout out for you. Salamat po ng marami.
Salamat din.
The Lord is our final judge. Dapat isipin natin sa lahat ng gagawin natin, matutuwa ba siya o magagalit ba siya. This is your host, Rita Dairit, reminding you today, haba-habaan mo ang pasensya sapagkat ang buhay parang life.
Thank you. Thank you for listening. O, dalawa speakers nyo today, si Rita Dairit at si Ay de las Alas. Okay. Miss Peaches, take over.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that. Actually, habang binabasa ko rin yung mga nandito sa chat box, nasagot nyo na rin naman din po yung tanong nila, Ma'am De La Mesa. Yes po.
Yung paano yung mga yung madaling very difficult ang mga bata to focus these days. It's really too much of what they see in social media. Kasi nung when we were young, TV lang ang katapat, TV lang ang alam namin panoorin, no? And most families had only one television set. So, wala, hindi ka nakakapanood. Siyempre, yung tatay mo yung masusunod, hindi ba kung anong papanoorin. But right now, they have their own tablets, they have their own cell phones. So really, you just have to monitor. You have to create activities in the home na, wala pala akong camera. You have to create activities in the home that you have to dialogue with each other. You have to meet. I think I said this in the morning class, that you have to have a weekly dialogue. You do not talk only to your children kapag sinisita nyo sila. catch your children doing good so that you appreciate them, para pagkausap nyo sila, hindi yung puro natin sila pinagagalitan o sinisita. Kahit simpleng bagay, uy anak, ang galing mo naman, naligpit mo yung unan mo ngayon. Simple things like that. That will create in them the confidence that they are pleasing to you, and therefore they will be more open to you. You have to create an environment in the home where they can speak out, that they can share their ideas with you, and they know that you will not laugh at them. And yes, create family activities, create meetings that kahit simple lang na, mag-ice cream tayo, magkwentuhan tayo, yung mga ganun. O anak, naka-order ako ng sorbetes o ng puto, halika kain tayo, kayo yung mag-start magkwento. Do not ask them, ano nang nangyayari sa'yo? No, don't do that. Kasi parang you are interrogating them. They don't like that. So, you initiate the kwento. At habang nagkikwento kayo, syempre magkikwento na rin sila. Try to, kayo naman ang masusunod monitor their use of screen time and even television time. Nai-imagine nila lahat kasi yung mga nangyayari doon. For example, if they are playing games, kapag habang nasa classroom sila, kahit online class, ang nai-imagine nila yung babalikan nilang games. This is very harmful. I think si Sir Paulo has a webinar on this, no, on mental health and also on screen time, managing your children's screen time. I hope you attend that. It is very important. Talagang dahil dyan, imagine, hindi sila nakafocus sa pag-aaral. Just too many distractions available online. Nung bata kasi kami, wala mang ganyan. Pinaka-distraction namin, paghapon lalabas, makikipaglaro sa kapitbahay. Then we go back. We go home. Tapos na. But now,
Yes, ma'am.
they know,
po.
di ba? Kahit wala sila sa screen, may nangyayari sa screen. So parang gusto nila laging balikan yun. You really have to manage them. Sabi ko, buti na lang, hindi na ako nagpapalaki ng bata ngayon. I see my children, they have to exert so much effort to really bring up their children in yung intentional parenting, no? Hindi yung may oras talaga, may oras up to 8 lang, ganun lang, 3 times a week only, weekends only. At the children has to know na kayo ang masusunod dahil kayo ang magulang. Tough love. But children, pag hinigpitan kayo ng magulang nyo, dahil lang ito sa kanilang pagmamahal sa inyo.
Ayan, thank you, Miss. From FB Live po, yung kay Ma'am De La Mesa, how did you manage to wear so many hats yet still grow and glow?
I answered that
Yes
one.
po.
Sabi ko, healthy relationships, active lifestyle. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, our bodies are meant to move. Pag kilos ka ng kilos, then you are young. Energies, yung energy natin sa katawan is meant to be spent Parang yan yung nagpapa-breast milk ka. The more milk na dinedede ng anak mo, the more that you produce. Energy is like that. So the more you move, the more you have the energy to move. Sabi nga nila, if you want something to be done, give it to a busy person. Kasi tingnan nyo rin ang sarili nyo. Hindi pa pag nag-binge watch kayo, pag biglang naupo na kayo to watch TV, ang hirap-hirap nyo nang bumangon. Ang bigat-bigat na ng katawan nyo para mag-prepare ng dinner. Nakakatamad na. Pero pag kilos kayo ng kilos, and then lalo kayong may energy. And then of course, again, good relationships with family and community is very good. And then, I am happy when I'm able to express my giftedness, when I'm able to share my gifts. I am happy because I have discovered the many things that I can do that makes me happy. And when you are happy, you glow. You glow. Oo. So what
Yes,
makes you
ma'am.
happy? What motivates you? Magkakaiba naman tayo Baka ako nag-glow sa ganitong maraming ginagawa. Pwede namang iba kayo.
Okay, thank you for that. Sabi nga po dito, no question. All was clear and
Salamat
so
po.
good.
Thank you very much
Nakaka-excite ang
po.
discussion. We're so happy to attend kami ng ganito. Marami kang lesson na matututunan. Thank you, ma'am. Napakaganda ng boses mo. Sarap pakinggan. Congratulations po sa
Sana kung
lahat.
pati pag-singing voice ko Oo nga So,
Ayun po, appreciation makes them realize that they are important and loved. Tama naman
Right,
po.
right.
And with that, yes po, Sir Pao, to the certificate of recognition as a token of appreciation for Miss Rita's valuable contribution in our school community. Sir Pao, the certificate, please. Okay. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, National Capital Region, School Division Office of Makati City, Bangkal High School, awards the Certificate of Recognition to Ms. Rita Linda D. Dairit in grateful recognition for her dedicated service to the school as during the OPLA as learning facilitator for the topic Family Resiliency during the Oplan Balik Eskwela Brigada Eskwela webinar series from August 31 to September 3, 2021. Given this 31st day of August in the year of our Lord 2021 at Bangkal High School, Philippines. Signed by our Principal, Lev Albert C. Dakanay. Thank you, Miss Rita.
My pleasure. You're all welcome. Maraming salamat po. Have a great week ahead.
Yes po. Thank you, ma'am. Sir Pao, for our closing remark. Yes, Sir Pao.
So, hello, good afternoon once again. Well, what can I say? I think we are so blessed, no? Today, maganda ang ating panahon, maganda ang ating pinag-usapan, and of course, maganda ang ating guest speaker for today.
Thank you, Pao. Ikaw
So
talaga.
we are so blessed talaga. So again, thank you very much, no? Thank you very much sa lahat-lahat ng mga nakiisa sa araw na ito. Sa mga hindi nakapanood o nakasama sa atin dahil may kani-kanila silang mga trabaho, they can watch this in Bangkal High School FB page. Also sa Bangkal Education FB page. So maraming salamat sa ating Principal, Sir Lev Albert C. Dakanay, sa lahat po ng mga guro na tumulong sa amin sa pagpopromote ng gawaing ito, sa aking mga kasama sa department. Kahit may mga sakit yang mga yan ay talagang they give their best today. Sa ating GPTA, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Sa ating barangay, no? Barangay Bangkal Council headed by Chairperson Captain Mario Montañez and Kagawad Tricia Eusebio at sa kanyang mga kasama sa Committee on Education. Maraming salamat po. And of course, sa mga bata, mga magulang at mga tagapangalaga na nagbigay ng kanilang panahon sa araw na ito, maraming salamat. Harinawa ay nakita po ninyo na tayong lahat ay blessed, no, dahil hindi po napakaganda po ng ating mga pinag-usapan ngayong araw. Bukas po ay muli ko po kayong inaanyayahan. Ang pag-uusapan naman natin, no, yung kanina sinabi ni Ma'am Rita, yung maraming kaagaw sa atensyon ng mga bata, and that is why we are, as parents, we have the authority, we have the power to dictate how long will they be in front of social media. So bukas po ang topic natin ay cyber parenting and digital citizenship. Ang mga speakers po natin ay magmumula sa Department of Information and Communications Technology. So inaasahan po namin kayo bukas dahil again, lahat ng gawaing ito, lahat ng mga webinars na ito ay kayo po, mga magulang, mga bata at mga tagapangalaga ang nasa isip namin habang ito ay aming pinagpaplanuhan. No? So marami pong salamat sa inyo. So, and now, may I request everyone to open your videos for our picture for photo ops. No? So I have here Ilang pages kaya ito? So kung hindi pa po kayo nakakapag sagot ng ating evaluation and attendance link form, pwede pa po kayong humabol. Okay, so I have here 3 pages. So sige, so please wear your best smile. Kindly open up your videos para lahat po tayo ay makuhaan ng picture. Okay. So are we ready? So for page 1, hindi ko po alam kung anong page kayo ha. So okay. Kayo na po bahala. Magana ng inyong smile. Okay, so ready? 1, 2. Oh, wait lang. Sorry. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, next. So, ready? 1, 2. Okay. Oh, walang naka-open sa third, ano. So, ready? 1, 2. Then last page. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So again, Ma'am Rita, marami pong salamat sa inyong pagbibigay ng oras at panahon at talino. Siguro po ay Diyos na po ang makakapag
You're all welcome. You're all welcome, Paolo. Thank you, Peaches. Sir
Hopefully, ma'am, this
Lev,
will
maraming
not be
salamat
our
po.
last engagement.
Thank you for all your kind comments. Maraming salamat po. God
Very
bless and
much
keep
po,
safe.
ma'am.
Sige, bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you po. And Ma'am Peach, any other concern? Ma'am Peach, wala kang audio.
Ayan, sorry naman. So sir, dalawa kasi yung attendance link natin. Yung isa, 'di ba, for the yung sa
Brigada.
inline doon sa brigada, opo, na may form. Then yung isa, yung gawa naman ESP department. So sa parents po, pakisagot na pareho. Pero
Yes,
bukas
so,
din, 'di ba, gagawaan po ng paraan na isahang link ng din po. Tama po ba, Sir Pao?
yes. So,
Yes po.
naka-post naman itong mga links na ito sa FB page. So kung hindi po ninyo maharap ngayon, you have all the time, no? Itong week na ito.
Ayun, sir. Thank you po. Saka thank you sa lahat na umattend. And especially to Ma'am Kat, nabigla kanina. Thank
Sanay
you po.
na si Ma'am Kat.
Kaya,
Thank you po.
Okay, so
Yes,
sige.
Sir Pao.
So I will end this Zoom meeting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Recording.